say this that Curtis Allen is going to be the first HBCU player that wins the Harlan Hill. You know, I stand behind it wholeheartedly. And I mean it. His performance this year has been something that's been great to watch. He's done it week in and week out. So he deserves it. I'm saying that he doesn't deserve it; he's earned it. So when I kind of get into the position, that's going to be something big, not just for Virginia Union, but for HBCUs as a whole.
What's up, everybody? I know it's been a minute, but crew is back together again. You have to forgive me. Last week, I in transit, birthday, all this different stuff going on. So basketball season, but anyway, we're here. Never fear. The dynamic duo is here. Myself and K Ferg. And contrary to what you may have heard, it was not because of the way that Johnson C. Smith put B to A to the Rams last week. I need to put that out there because I heard the scuttlebutt, in the words of our friend Kylie Carr. K Ferg, how you doing, man? How you feeling today?
Doing all right. Feeling good. Yeah, man. Glad to be back.
Yeah, man. I had an impromptu week off, but for sure a lot has happened, a lot to talk about, including the man who we just heard about just a little while ago, the one and only Curtis Allen, having a historic day. We'll talk more about that in a second. And as you heard Dr. Alvin Parker talk about his latest outstanding running back, just one in a recent line for Virginia Union that has been very productive and prolific in their time there. And really, it starts off with the gentleman that we're going to be bringing up in just a second. This is a gentleman that had a legendary career in Virginia, decided to come and play for Coach Dr. Parker and those guys over there at Virginia Union. And, they started calling themselves running back U. Me and Kobe have had conversations about this. I have to put out there historically, that would be the Rams. We got 4 draft picks, all-time leading rusher in the conference, and all of that good stuff. But right now, without a doubt, it is definitely sitting on Lombard Street over there in Richmond. And we got the guy who has helped reestablish it there. So we'll go ahead and bring on Mr. Tobias Taylor. Mr. Taylor, how you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? How y'all doing?
Doing well. We see you all suited up. My guy Wiley used to call you. We used to call you strictly business. So we see you. You still going with that, man. How's everything going for you, brother?
Everything's going good, man. I appreciate you guys for inviting me on, man.
Yeah, man. No doubt. Yeah, man. Like you said, we both got a chance to watch you during your career over at Virginia Union, and you set the bar really high over there. One of the best rushers in Division II football and all of college football. Just talk about your journey to Virginia Union and what attracted you to the program in general, kind of as Dr. Parker and his guys were getting started there.
Man, Virginia Union, I got on. We had a Coach Taylor. This was before Coach Alvin Parker was there. So Coach Taylor is one of our assistant coaches. He coached at Meadowbrook High School. So I played against him in high school as well for Hopewell. That was one of our biggest games. So he ended up contacting me. I ended up coming out there. So my first year I was ineligible. So I just studied the whole first year, got through my classes. Then next year we had Coach James. Yeah, we had Coach James. After that, we brought Coach Parker in. With Coach Parker, great guy. Resume speaks for itself. So I learned a lot off him, but it shows a lot with Coach Ryland. We've been having the best running backs in the conference since I left. So it just shows you how good he is at recruiting and how good he is at developing. Also, those guys, we weren't no guys that transferred in from big time schools or anything like that. We really got that work in with Coach Ryland. He really made us better running backs just throughout the drills, classroom knowledge. not just knowing your position, but knowing the lineman's position as well. That's something he's big at, knowing what everybody's doing. So, and it just shows that works. His process works. His process is great. So, Virginia Union was everything to me. That's my first family. I love Virginia Union, and definitely RBU, definitely, hands down. Even before me, if you want to go back to Hakeem Holland, he was the man before me. It was plenty of people before me, but I know me coming in, like, he was one of the people, like, I'm like, dang, he's a great running back. Like, yeah, I want to do even better. Like, so it's just everybody's falling off everybody's shoulder. I fell off Hakeem's shoulder. Jada seen what I did. He did it. Curtis seen what Jada did. Now he's doing it. So it goes to show how good Coach Ryland is at recruiting and really transitioning to people into real running backs.
Chris, I'll let you go next. Well, so Tobias, you actually had the distinction of, you know, leaving Virginia Union, and you went to Notre Dame College, who also had a great running back as well, and Jaleel McLaughlin.
Yep.
And I'm kind of curious, like, for the audience, like, you know, what are the differences, if any, between your experience at VUU and at Notre Dame College?
I would say the biggest difference from when I was at Virginia Union compared to Notre Dame College was Virginia Union, we had the better athletes, hands down. But you just don't win the games with the better athletes. It really comes down to that O-line and D-line. And when I say Notre Dame O-line was unbelievable across the board, that was the biggest difference. You had linemen getting downfield, getting to the second level. I'm not getting touched until I get to the free safety, and that's if he touches me. So the stats there speak for themselves. And that's really what it comes down to, the discipline of the O-line. Everybody wanted to block. They all loved their position. And like I said, they got to the second level easily. So I say that was the biggest thing. Athlete for athlete, Virginia Union will win for sure. But it was the O-line. I say that was the most difference from them two.
Okay. And, you know, as you talk about it, after you transition on to Notre Dame and then beyond there, you had a young man follow behind you in Jada Byers. And so we actually have Mr. Byers on. So we'll go ahead and bring Jada on as well.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, bro?
What's going on, brother? You doing all right?
I'm doing blessed, man. God woke me up today. I can't complain.
I hear you, man. Good to see you, brother. We're just talking with Tobias here, you know, just kind of about, you know, his journey to the VUU. And by the time you got there, he was already there smoking and getting things going. What attracted you to VUU? And, you know, just, you know, being able, a lot of guys would be intimidated playing, you know, behind a guy like him, but, you know, not you.
To be honest, what attracted me to Virginia Union for real, like, you know, I committed to Sacred Heart first, and Virginia Union gave me a call, actually. Like, I didn't know anything about Virginia Union at all. It was like I was at Sacred Heart, things didn't go right there for me, and when I got back home, you know, I just started figuring out, like, what else I was about to do. And my old all-star coach, Quan Johnson, he was an alumni at Virginia Union University, and he played with Coach Parker, and he called Coach Parker, like, hey, I got this dog that's in jerseys for you. Like, he ready to ball, coach. Just give him a chance. I promise you he won't steal your room. And I was at the bowling alley one night. My dad called me first and was like, hey, yo, be looking out for a Virginia Union number, like a Richmond number. I'm like, all right, what's for? He was like, just be looking out for it. And Coach Parker called me. He was like, hey, this Coach Dr. Alvin Parker, we want to give you a chance to come to Virginia Union and play football. And I just cried and said, I appreciate it. And then my freshman year, I didn't play with Tobias, actually. I played with Rocco, the running back that was behind Tobias. And Rocco was pretty good running back, too, as well. And, you know, when being in that room with them guys was just learning a lot and soaking everything in as a freshman. And my freshman year, I just took off with the, you know, rushing for 900 yards. And after that, that's when I started hearing about Tobias my sophomore year. When I rushed for the 1900, he was like, oh, yo, you like Tobias, but he was just bigger. And then that's crazy. Soon, like, I think right after Coach Ryland introduced me to him, me and Tobias came cool, and we've been talking ever since then.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, just getting a chance to watch both of y'all. Yeah, man. You know, that pandemic kind of breaks things up a little bit. And plus, I just turned 40 the other day, so
happy belated birthday.
Appreciate it. But it seemed like you were kind of on the heels of him. But obviously, like you said, you had your own journey, and what he did, setting the bar high again for you guys, and then you just took it, man. And I just remember that 2022 season, you had a 300 plus yards against Valdosta, and everybody was like, "What?" And then get a chance to see what you were doing, and you guys got to the playoffs that year. Fell short right at 1,000 yards. 2,000 yards, but you came back, and 2 years later, you were able to get that 2,000 yard mark and get it to the playoffs. What was that like for you there? And then also to see, this young guy that they brought in behind you as your backup, who's come behind you.
Oh, what it was like, to be honest, I ain't gonna lie. People may think we gassing about it or we just overhyping Union, bro. Union really is a big family there. Like, from every coach and staff in basketball, football, you got our volleyball coaches, like you got everybody that just get along there, and it's just like it's one big family. And when they brought in Kurt, people don't know a little backstory with Kurt, but I got to get very, very well with Kurt. And, I just took Kurt under my wing, and I just told him, like, bro, we can learn from each other. You get what I'm saying? And he listened to me, and we listened to each other. And to be honest, like, I don't take no credit from him. Like, he came in ready to ball, be honest. Like, he already knew, like, hey, we here not to count our reps. He's just going to make our reps count. And it was games like my junior year where I got hurt, and 3 games straight, he rushed for 165. Like, I already knew he was special. Like, I already knew this was about to happen. I talked to Kurt almost every other day, if not every day, or when I can during the weekends before the games or after the games. But I knew he was already going to be special, man. It's RBU, man. Coach Ryland probably the best running back coach out there. I don't care what nobody say. He really probably the best running back coach out there.
Yes, facts. And to top that off, what Jada said, a lot of people don't know, I coached Curtis when he was probably 15 years old. He played AAU basketball, and I coached him. Like, he was on my team. So I knew Curtis for a while. He hung around my little brother. He's literally stayed right up the street from where I stayed at. So I knew Curtis for a while. Like, I'm not surprised at all. He was doing the same thing literally when he was 15, 16 years old. So it's no surprise at all.
So he was doing that leap. He was doing that leap at 15 and 16 too?
Curtis been even basketball. Y'all haven't even seen him. He was dunking at 15, 16 in basketball when he was on my team. So once Coach
they don't understand. When I say he nice in basketball, he's nice in basketball.
Yeah, like I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised.
Okay. We hear you. So we're gonna go ahead and bring on the latest man of the hour, Curtis Allen. Yeah, we're gonna bring him on.
Hey,
man. What's going on? You doing all right, brother?
Yes, sir. How about yourself?
Doing well, man. Look, man. Just talking to the guys about their journeys to VUU. Definitely want to give you that same question, and then also to bookend that with what made you stay? Because I know, we'll get to that, but just kind of go into what made you stay, because I'm sure, nobody, again, your talent has not been a secret, even playing behind, with a guy like Jada. So just talk to me about that.
What made me stay was, well, for one, it's like a family there anyway. So like, even the fact that I wasn't playing behind Jada, I was okay with not playing behind Jada, because like when I did get in, I made my reps count, and like he was always teaching me something that he was learning, and him and Coach Ryland always was just helping me out regardless of my situation, whether I played or I didn't play. So it was, it was still family and love there. That's why I didn't leave.
Okay. Yeah, and obviously, again, all of you guys are record-breaking running backs in your own right, and now you're next up, Curtis, and you guys, man, I didn't know it was good. I'm not gonna say I didn't think you could do any better than what I saw against Winston-Salem State, but then you come out with a game like against Bluefield State the other day. I mean, it's just like. What has it been like for you, again, like, I guess validation maybe for you waiting your time and not and sticking with the program?
It's honestly been it's been feeling good though, because like I honestly I get to showcase my talent finally, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all said, I did sit behind Jada for 3 years. I've been here 4 years now, so you know what I'm saying, finally I get to showcase my talent and show everybody what I've been able to do while he's been there.
Chris, I'm gonna let you go next.
I just want to know, between Jada and Curtis, both of you, like your most memorable game. Like, are the record-setting games your most memorable game at VUU, or what was your most memorable?
Like out of any year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. For me, my most memorable game was Jada Vardosa game. Honestly, because that was my freshman year. Like, I was a freshman. I was new on the team. I didn't really know too much about him. But, I knew that he was a dog because I knew everybody was talking about him already when I got to school. So, I was just trying to see what he was really about. And then, that game, he went off for 300. I'm like, oh, yeah, he the truth.
You know what's so crazy, though, that he say that? That would be my most memorable game for him, though, because you got to think about it. Like, one thing about Coach Ryland, he treated every running back as, the number one running back at practice. Like, we all got the equal amount of reps. And it was just an ego of mine, like the type of competitor I am. I lied to you not. Kurt, first 2 carries that Valdosta game, he scored. He had 2 carries for 75 yards. And I'm looking like, coach just feeding. Like, every time he touched the ball, he scored. Then it was like I fumbled right after he scored. So I'm like, oh man. But you just got Coach Parker that he believed in a guy that's going to be hot and that is hot. Just keep letting him ride. And he just gave me the chance to keep going. Like, hey, look, Jada, we're going to put this ball in your hands. We want to see what you're going to do. I was like, all right, coach, you got to understand this. My exact words of Coach Parker. Like, Curtis 2 for 2 right now, coach. I hope you know that. And God bless me to come out there with that performance.
Yeah, I just would like to say, for sure, I think. Okay, we're talking. Okay, let's stay focused, guys. Let's stay focused. All right, so we're nah, man, but I think for sure when I hear that, it's like I think about obviously Coach Ryland is obviously you guys sing his praises, but just talk about Coach Dr. Parker as well. I mean, he's a former running back. He ain't run like y'all was running. But he's a former running back, and he believes in the running game in a time where this is really like a passing type game. What does that make you? I mean, what is playing for a head coach that has been a running back and literally has been in your shoes before? How has that helped you guys? Any of you guys? What's that been like for you? If you guys didn't have any insight on that,
I'm gonna let Tobias go first. We're gonna go order. Tobias, you're on mute.
Coach, I mean, it was great. Coach Parker, he's he's not gonna never admit that anybody is better than him. He's the best running back. It's just hands down. He's always he's the best running back. But the way I look at Coach Parker is he's everything a student athlete want to be. Like, he goes by Dr. Alvin Parker. That speaks for itself. Like, every time I hear it, I'm like, he's a genius. Like, to me, he's the genius. He's the most smartest coach I ever played with. And he believes that if we can run the ball, we're gonna win. Hands down. Like, if we're able to run the ball, we're gonna win. And with him being a running back, obviously he loves to run the ball. Like, he will run it all game. If that's what's working, he'd rather run all game to win. And Coach Parker, I love Coach Parker. Like, that's somebody I look up to. Somebody I love to follow in the same footsteps as him. But like I said, nobody's going to ever be better than him. He's never going to admit it, but that's my guy. That's definitely my guy.
Yeah, now that's one thing I can say about Coach Parker, that he find his own way to win in his own ways. Like when I was there for all 4 years, his favorite line was, "Oh yeah, you can rush for all these yards, but you ain't gonna break my record for most receiving yards in the game, and you ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna have more catches than me." He was like, "You gotta think about it." And when you think about it though, he played behind Andre Braxton. Yep. Like he played that behind the legendary running back of Union, everybody says. Like, yep. It's just, bro, Union is really the place to be, bro. I don't care what nobody says. You're a running back and you let him run the ball. Hey, that's where the place to go at. You get your opportunity, you gotta take advantage of it.
Yeah, man. Well, we're gonna get ready to get you guys out of here. So, because we got some Bowie. We got one Bowie fan, the only Bowie fan we know who's a little jealous right now. So I'm just messing with my dog Clarence. He keeps it going. So, but definitely, I know Curtis, you got the game prepared for, it's school and all of that good stuff. But any last words on again, what this brotherhood of you guys that you have, what it means to each other, and you know, just kind of, you know, cheering, you know, just kind of building, all of you guys being able to build your own legacies, because, you know, now we're at a point in time where, again, if you have, it seems to me like every time anybody gets like 2 touchdowns in a season or 3 first downs in a season, they want to jump in the portal and go to another school. And, you know, it's not just that they can't play, but you never know how that's going to work out. You guys were all able and are still writing your legacies at VUU. What does that mean to you guys? I know you guys are still young, but just, you know, being able to, you know, that, you know, in 10, 15 years, you can go back and, you know, they're going to be talking about you guys.
I'm saying for me, it's a blessing. You know, it's just a blessing from the man above. Like I tell everybody, like I've been telling everybody, God wrote my story, and I'm just living the actions. And only words I got for Kurt, hey, Bo Jack, go get them 2,000 regular season, boy. Like,
Facts. And then I want to give a credit to Coach Ryland.
that's all I got to really say.
Every running back he has, he makes sure we all got that brotherhood. Even if we didn't play together, no matter how far long you've been going, he keeps that brotherhood. And I seen somebody ask, they wanted to know about would they make your reps count. He look at everybody as number one. So at any moment, anybody can get in the game. Don't worry about, what you could do. Show it in that rep. It might be 1 rep, but make that your best rep. Like, so every time you get in there, everybody's mindset is, I got to make this count. So it makes you play harder. It makes you want to score, want to get a first down. So when everybody got that same mindset of make your rep count, you just gonna have some great running backs all through.
All right. And Mr. Allen, you got the last word. Like I said, you're still writing there at VUU, but just, you know, what does it mean again to have, you know, these guys behind you in your corner, your coaches, and you know, as you guys continue to push for that elusive three-peat and to go into and make another national run?
It's been honestly a blessing, you know, just to have both of those guys in my corner, because obviously they're both great running backs that came in before me. And I took a lot in for both of them, you know what I'm saying? Like Tobias said, he used to coach me, you know what I'm saying? So even when he was coaching me, I used to watch him play. So it's been a long time since I've been looking at Tobias and Jada. You know, we played together. So, you know, it's been a blessing just to, you know, be able to learn from both of them guys. And Coach Ryland as well, he great running back coach, you know what I'm saying? It's still hard working to us. Like they said, he always say, don't count your reps, make your reps count. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I did, you know. That's why I'm still here. That's why I'm still writing my legacy. I ain't count my reps. I made my reps count when I played.
No doubt. Well, look, man, I appreciate you guys for coming on. Thanks so much. This could have went on for a lot longer, but we gotta respect y'all's time and make sure we get into this other stuff. But appreciate y'all, and good luck the rest of the way. I'm sure we'll be seeing Mr. Allen for sure, as well as maybe you guys as well. So take care, and yeah, man, thanks for this. Has been very enlightening.
All right,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, guys.
Baby.
All right, boys.
All right. So that was 3 of the members of Virginia Union, the new RBU. We've got Tobias Taylor, Jada Byers, and Curtis Allen. Yes. Some guys that have given you some nightmares over the years.